Hi everybody, this is Lauren of Plan Mosh Plan. Welcome back to another plan with me. This week I'm planning the week of June 3rd with this kit from Muse Crafts. I think it's called Jet Set if I'm remembering correctly, but I used this kit in particular this week because it's like really light and pretty and has these really kind of like almost like bridal florals to it. Oh, sorry, by the way, if you heard that honk. I'm in my apartment and it's super hot, so I have my windows open, so you probably will hear more outside noises than I even normally have, which there's almost always a siren in my video at some point. But anyways, back to the kit. So it has these kind of really like bridal florals almost, and just kind of really like pretty bridal colors, and then it also has elements of travel to it, like suitcases and like little stuff that looks like you're packing and stuff like that. So I thought it would be a really good week because this is the week of my cousin's wedding, which I feel like I've been talking about for months and months because I was a bridesmaid and there was so much that I did like to prepare for it and and just like before and after. I don't know, I just feel like it was such a big part of my life for a couple months there. So so I live in California. She got married in Washington, D.C., so I like flew across the country for the wedding. So I just thought the travel plus the wedding like ish vibe of this kit was really good. And that like the full box, I normally never really pay attention to quotes in the full boxes because honestly I think most quotes are cheesy and I'm not really like a quote person, but this one said all you need is love and a passport. And even though you don't need a passport obviously to fly across the country, I'm so sorry, there's like trucks and stuff outside, but even though you don't need like a passport to fly across the country, I just felt like it was very fitting, you know, like that's like kind of how my week was this week. So this was a crazy week, both kind of work-wise. I did, because I was saving up like my PTO for my honeymoon, I did a lot of traveling this week, but I also was working while I was doing it. So it was just like a lot. There was a lot going on. And instead of just kind of being able to like, you know, just like take off and relax, I was like very kind of like glued to my work emails and stuff even while I was over there. So it was super fun, and it was like a great weekend. One of the best weddings I've ever been to, if not the best wedding I've ever been to, but just kind of a crazy week in my life. So I am just doing the sidebar here. It's a really pretty sidebar. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I don't really fill in my sidebars anymore, so I don't really care how functional it is, but I think I actually cut out most of the sidebar because I accidentally didn't get myself in frame while I was filming it, which also happened to me on Tuesday and Wednesday, so apologies. I don't know, I thought I would do better once I had this like new fancy improved tripod, but it's like a wider shot and I'm still just out of the even wider shot. Like I don't know. This is an invention that I have in my brain, and I don't know if this exists. If this does exist, someone please tell me and I'll buy it, but if not, I think this is brilliant. What I need is to attach some sort of like laser light system to my camera that will like shoot down onto my desk and like do like a laser light just around the border of like what is in frame and what is not in frame. Like, so it just like projects the light onto my desk so I can see when I'm in frame and not in frame. Does that exist? Because if it doesn't, it totally should, because it would solve literally all of my problems here. Like, this happens to me way too frequently that probably the answer is to get a monitor, but then I don't want to be like looking up at a monitor and seeing watching myself while I'm trying to plan. That's kind of weird, and I feel like that would slow me down even more than I'm already slowed down. Plus my desk is such a mess, I don't have any room for a monitor. But anyways, okay, I'm laying down the date covers here. I love the date covers. I think they're so simple and pretty, and they're not too much at all. They're just like white, but with the border and the florals, it's so pretty. Plus all the foil. I love how foiled Muse Crafts kits. Muse Crafts. I don't know why I have such a hard time saying crafts. Wait, crafts. But then you don't say the T. I don't know. That's a hard word for me. I love how foiled her kits are at any rate. And then I just used some date dots from Simply Watercolor Co. And oh yes, this kit is called Jet Set. I also had to determine which boxes I was going to use, because she includes 9 boxes and I only need 8, and they were also pretty. I left off that one on the bottom there, if you're looking at the full box sheet, the bottom middle with the purse and the passport, just because it almost looked kind of tropical, and DC is definitely not tropical, and I also didn't need my passport to get there, so, or is that just a plane ticket? I don't know. Anyways, that's the one I ended up leaving off, but I think it's really, really pretty. If her kits were a little bit bigger, I may be tempted to like do a second spread using the leftovers. I've been thinking about that. I really want to try doing some spreads using leftovers in my new Erin Condren, which, by the way, my new besides the like initial review plan with me that I did using that new Erin Condren, I'm so not looking forward to having to make that switch in January. My like plan right now is just to, like, when I have time, which I'm getting married in 2 months, I don't have time for anything right now, but like what I in my head, when I have time, I'd like to do some more creative spreads, some stuff that's a little bit different than what I'm doing now in this planner, in that new Erin Condren. But then every time I watch, and I don't mean offense to anybody, because I know a lot of people who watch my videos, who I watch their videos, they watch my videos too. But every time I see somebody use the new Erin Condren, I'm like, oh God, this is terrible. You have whiteout everywhere. Your lines are overlapping. Things are like, don't make any sense, or it looks really stressful that you're trying to figure out where to line things up and it's not working. And I like, every time I watch somebody, I'm like, okay, I will wait another week to get into mine, because I'm just like, it looks so hard and difficult. I don't know. I'm really not excited about it. I think like the way that I'm doing boxes now, and that I have been doing, where I just like line them up with the Erin Condren boxes, I don't think it's a good option. Like the way that she did the planners this year, it's really not, it's not great. Like it's not good. Like this system doesn't work very well. It doesn't look very good. I haven't seen somebody yet where like, and line stuff up where it doesn't stress me out watching it. So I think when I do get into that planner, I'll probably do more like plan as you go style, or that's what I call it. I know that's not the actual word for it, but just like scattering boxes wherever I feel like it and not trying to line them up within the Erin Condren boxes. But that's kind of a bummer, because I've been really liking doing, sorry, there's a motorcycle. Anyways, I've been really liking doing it this way this year, and I think last year too. I did a lot of it this way too. I don't know. But yeah, and then I feel like I had more to say about that. I can't remember. I do remember. I'll try and be quick. I just found somebody, and I've watched only like 2 of her videos. I think she's really cute though. Moon Prism Planner. She did a plan with me that was with the new Erin Condren, and watching hers was like the least stressed out I've been so far. She kind of had a good system. Definitely wasn't like, I mean, it was great for her. It wasn't perfect for how I ideally would like to plan, because like she didn't leave any space in between like headers and boxes and stuff that I've actually kind of really grown to love here. But anyways, if you're interested, check out her planner videos. She has a pretty like minimal whiteout, pretty stress-free way of doing it. Okay, on to the day by day. So on Monday, I worked from home this day. I used a Panabird Design scallop and laptop girl to mark that, kind of how Nikki Plus 3 does. And the reason I worked from home is, if you watched one of my last plan with me, sorry, there's another motorcycle. I had like I worked overnight. Basically, I like went to a project site and was like on site at the project working overnight, and I didn't get home till like 3 a.m. So I think I slept till like 10 or 11 and then started working then and got online and worked from home there. And I marked that with some eyelashes, I think from Crafts by Thae, layered over an arrow from the kit. And then I also marked having one meeting with a paper blush bar laptop kind of bow circle sticker. I marked that I had to pick up my dress for my cousin's wedding. I had it altered and I had to pick it up this day. So I took some florals from the kit because they looked bridal to me again, and then a Magic Prince Co. What are they called? Ring stickers. And then I marked that I edited and did a voiceover for a video. I think I wanted to get one up before I left. So I used a like blush, paper blush bar laptop sticker. And then I also marked uploading the plan with me with a quarter box from the kit. And then in her more recent kit, she includes these really cute icons that I'm really enjoying. So there was like some marble and gray washi with a little foil bow on it that I used. So that was cute. Tuesday was my only day that I actually went into the office this week. So I marked having 3 meetings with she has these like foiled circle stickers from the kit that are great for layering an icon over. So I layered a little coffee icon from paper blush bar over top that to mark my 3 meetings. And then I marked that I had to self-tan myself this night. So I took a little me time like foiled script icon sticker from a different paper blush bar sheet, not from this kit, to mark that with a quarter box. And then I also used a little like bow divider from Rose Colored Days. I also went to a wax appointment this evening. So there's a little beauty sheet from Paper Blush Bar with like dainty kind of beauty icons, and that one is actually like a wax situation. So I used that icon, laid over one of those circles to mark that. And then you'll see it in a second, but I again cut off myself writing that I had to pack, and I actually did something cute. I did like a half box, and then I layered, there's these little overalls that come in the kit as deco, so I layered those, and then some suitcases from Paper Blush Bar. Wednesday, we had our flight to DC. We left pretty early in the morning. I think we left here at like 5 a.m. because the airport we went to is actually one that's a little bit further away from us. We live pretty close to an airport, but we had to go to one that was kind of far away because the flight was cheaper. So we left here pretty early, and I was pretty exhausted. I marked that with a half box turned on its side, another little divider from Rose Colored Days, and then the plane is from GP Sticker Studio. And again, I just like worked on the flight the entire time. I wish I could have slept because I really was tired. And then sorry you can't see it, but once we got there, we went to my cousin and her now husband's house apartment. Well, it's really an apartment. They have a great apartment there. My whole family, their whole family, we are all there, just kind of like did pizza and like had a little pizza night and wine and whatever. Just kind of kept it pretty chill. I also marked working from home on Wednesday, although really I was remote working, not working from home, but same thing, the same way that I marked it on Monday. Thursday was a crazy day for sure, like really, really crazy. So I was doing a million things at the same time. So I marked getting coffee. There was a super cute little coffee place. We stayed at a very trendy hotel. It was The Line in DC. That's where she had her wedding. And I feel like someone told me they have them around. I've never been to one, but apparently that they're a chain. But they're like very trendy and cute. And they had this cute little coffee like bar, whatever you call it. I don't know. But it only had it was vegan, I think, so it only had like almond milk and oat milk, so that was interesting. So, but the cups were super cute, everything about it was super cute. So I marked, we got coffee there in the morning, and then this is a little bit out of order, but we had like mani-pedi appointment with my cousin, her maid of honor, my aunt, so we did that, got our mani-pedis, which I'm marking down here with a quarter box, and that nail polish that I just put down is from Crafts by Thae. And then I was also working the whole time, like answering emails and emailing people, and I literally had a call that I had to like jump on dirt and like talk to somebody important during the pedicure. So I marked that with a cell phone from the kit. And then after that, I kind of took a break for like an hour and a half and went and had lunch with my family. We went to a cute little diner, and then we also like went and walked around the National Mall, which in DC, that's like the Capitol building and like Lincoln's Memorial and all that kind of stuff. Is it the Civil War Memorial? No, I can't remember. There's like, I haven't been there besides this recent trip since 8th grade, but there's like a big kind of in line with the Washington Memorial. I don't know. Anyways, if you know DC, you know what I'm talking about, and if not, I'm not gonna be able to explain it to you off the top of my head. Okay, and then later in the afternoon, we had her wedding rehearsal and her rehearsal dinner because the wedding was on Friday. So I'm marking the rehearsal dinner with this script from Letters to Apollo from her wedding sampler. The rehearsal dinner was really, it was like not a formal dinner. It was really cute. They like rented out a room at the bar that they met at, which was super cute. So it was kind of casual, just like past appetizers and stuff. And then after that, and then I'm actually marking the rehearsal with a ring from Magic Prince Co., which was pretty quick. They had a small wedding party. We were all like up, it was outdoors, it was on the rooftop of the hotel, and DC, I guess in the summer is very like, it could be like a rainstorm or a thunderstorm in like the blink of an eye in the late afternoon like that. And my cousin was like losing like days off her life every day, because sometimes it would say that there was going to be thunderstorms and sometimes it would say it wasn't. So we were all kind of like up there in the humidity being like, oh my gosh, praying that the next day it was going to be fine. Anyways, okay, so we did the rehearsal, then we went to the rehearsal dinner, and then everybody came afterwards, and there was like welcome drinks at the bar after the rehearsal dinner, so that was really fun too. I drink more than I should, honestly. I marked it with a Planning World cocktail glass, which again, I have coupon codes for Planning World, GP Sticker Studio, a bunch of the shops that we have I've used so far. But anyways, I drank kind of a little bit more than I should have, so I had really bad anxiety that whole like next morning, because I kept waking up and being like, oh my god, I'm gonna be hungover during the wedding. But it was fine, it was totally fine. But we did have to wake up early, so I did take Friday off. I marked that with a White Deer Stationery script, and then we went to my cousin had rented out like the bridal suite and everything, so we went up there. It was beautiful, so nice, and she had ordered like this huge room service spread, which was again so nice and so beautiful. So my sisters and I went up there at like 9 a.m. to do that, and I marked that with a little paper blush bar. Has that little like, I don't know what it's called. It reminds me of like the Little Mermaid. Anyways, what is that called? The little silver platter thing. I marked the room service that way. And then I also, the makeup and hair people came up to the room, and I had my hair appointment at 11:30 a.m. So I used a little box and a tasseled planer hair dryer to mark that. And then we kind of just hung out in her room all day, getting her ready, whatever. And from like 9 a.m. onwards, we got lunch, brought up there, whatever. People were kind of in and out. My mom came. It was a really fun day, just hanging out with all of us and getting ready. And then we had to be ready for photos at 3 p.m. So I marked that with a camera from Paper Blush Bar, a blush one. And then I'm just marking the wedding. After that, that was all we really did. It was obviously, that's the main event here. It was seriously one of the most wonderful weddings I've ever been to. It was hands down the best wedding band that I've ever been to a wedding, and the band was just like the best thing ever. They played like well past the time that we were supposed to get kicked out, and it was just so much fun. Like everybody from like teenagers to like 60, 70-year-olds were dancing the entire night, and it was so much fun. And then the next morning we had brunch at 10:30 a.m. They rented out a room and did brunch at the hotel. So I marked that with a little scallop from Panda Bird Design. And then I also went to Starbucks afterwards because I just needed my coffee, not any of the hotel's oat milk coffee or anything. So I marked that with some more Paper Blush Bar coffee cups. And then I marked with a little shoe from My Newest Addiction, which is also what I used on Thursday. I'm realizing I didn't mention that, to mark that we went and walked again around. Well, I don't know if it's part of the National Mall or not. If not, it's very close to it, because I think we started at the Lincoln Memorial and then we walked to the Korea and Vietnam memorials, which those, I think, seeing those as an adult had a lot more of an impact on me than when I saw them when I was a 13-year-old or however old I was when I went to DC. So and then that evening, Steven and I flew back home. So I marked that with some airline tickets from Magic Prince Co. And I watched 3 movies on the plane back because I was not working on the plane back. And what did we fly? Alaska, maybe? No. Does Alaska fly to DC? I'm not sure. I can't remember what we flew, but whatever it was, that airline had such good movies on it. I watched, I watched the one with Lady Gaga. Oh my gosh, Shallow, that whole thing. A Star is Born. That was really good. I didn't think I was going to like it, and I totally did. And then I watched the Asian one. What's it called? Rich Asians? Crazy Rich Asians. That was really good too. And then one more. What am I forgetting? I feel like it was a kids movie maybe. I don't know, but I really enjoyed myself. I rarely ever watch movies on airplanes. Normally I download my own stuff I have the YouTube that you can do that. but I just really enjoyed that. Okay, on to Sunday. I had a nice kind of lazy, but also like get your life together kind of day. So I filmed and uploaded a planner video, and I used some icons from the kit, and then some film and upload scripts from Sticky Sloth Designs to mark that. I painted my nails. I used a GP Sticker Studio icon with a Sticky Sloth Designs bow over it. Again, I have coupon codes for Sticky Sloth Designs and GP Sticker Studio, so you can check the section down below if you want to know what those are. Tongue twisted. I am marking now, well, I'm peeling it up, I guess, but I'm marking meal prepping with a paper blush bar icon, and again, one of those little foiled circles from the kit that I layered a lot of paper blush bar icons on. And then I also marked getting groceries with the paper Muse crafts from that sheet that she has that's like icons and foiled scripts. I layered that over a flag from the kit. I'm sorry, I'm saying I don't know why I'm getting so tongue twisted. So basically went and got groceries and meal prepped just to get myself ready for the week. And then I'm also watching Big Little Lies with the film clapper from Magic Prince Co. And that's the whole spread. That's it. It was a super busy, crazy week, but it was so much fun. Being in DC was so much fun, and going to my cousin's wedding and being a part of it was so much fun. So it kind of made me be like, I got a lot of ideas from her wedding, and it made me really excited for mine. And just having all of our family there together we're just such family oriented people, and it's rare that we ever since she's moved to DC that we all get to be together like that. So I really just cherish that time that we had, and I think that the spread was it's really crazy, and I just thank goodness that I used such a light kit, because otherwise it would have been way too much because I packed so much stuff into this, and I didn't even record everything I think that I put down. But anyways, that's all. Thanks so much for watching my videos. I really, really hope you enjoy them. And you can always find me on Instagram, Plan Mosh Plan. Other than that, thanks. Bye.